there, the gear is up. This airplane has a 600 horsepower radial engine, and it weighs in at 5,500 pounds. Now watch what Bill Leff is going to do to this. This is unheard of in an airplane that is so underpowered and so heavy. 5,500 pounds, and rolls it right over, rolling a Texan or an SNJ for the Navy designation, and a Harvard for the Royal Canadian Air Force and Royal Air Force designation, that Institute of Higher Learning. And it's time now to go live to the cockpit and say hello to my friend Bill Leff, because this guy is one of the talented dudes out there. Hello, Bill Leff. What a roll-on takeoff. Looks like you're really managing your energy well, my friend.
Hello, how are we doing down there?
We are doing great, my friend, and looks like your energy management is working today. Starting and stopping at the same altitude in airspace using a rudder, elevator, ailerons and power to make it work. And Bill Leff looking good, buddy.
What a great day here. Oceana, Virginia Beach.
Yeah, buddy. All right. Tell us about this energy management. I told the folks that this aircraft weighs in about 5,500 pounds. That's a heavy airplane.
Yes, sir. You gotta be careful. Most of the airplanes like this, most people take off and climb up to get out of steam up. But figured out how to use the energy like the fire department do to maintain the energy and do this a little bit higher in each maneuver. High enough to do the maneuver to take a lot of energy like the Ukraine.
All right, sir. What's the next maneuver coming up? Oh, I heard it. I heard your airplane sputter a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, these aren't supposed to run upside down.
But you do.
Yeah, we'll show you that a little bit later. All right, well, I've got the barrel navigator a little bit extra energy, and the slow navigator a little bit extra energy. Now I have enough altitude to do the Q&A, so why don't you tell them all about that?
I sure will, Bill. As Bill Leff prepares to do the Cuban 8, this is a maneuver that was invented by accident in 1936. Len Povey was performing at the Miami Air Races in that year of 1936. He was going to do a loop, and he was too low at the top of the loop to successfully complete it. So rather than make a smoking hole in the ground, here's the beginning of the loop. He dives down. There's 200 miles an hour. Bill's going to pull up. Up he goes, climbing out through 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 feet. Now, Len Povey was too low at the top of the loop to complete it, so he did what Bill Leff's doing. He rolled it into the upright position. Now, Bill's going to put an extra... And now he's going to dive back down after he gets it upright and do the same thing in the opposite direction. And that is just what the late Len Povey did back in 1936. And it inscribed the figure 8 lying on its side with his air show smoke. Nobody had ever seen the maneuver before. When he landed, they said, "Len, what was that maneuver?" And since Len Povey was also training the Cuban Air Force pilots to fly aerobatics, he replied, "Ocho Mano, Cuban 8," and the name has stuck for 74 years. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a nice round of applause for the man from Dayton, Ohio? Hey, can you hear that, Bill?
Okay, next we're going to do the full barnstorm loop.
All right, can you copy me okay, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right, Bill Leff's going to set up for the Barnstormers loop. Now, you got to work your energy pretty good on this. You got altitude coming out of the Cuban 8. How much speed do you have to do the Barnstormers loop, Bill?
We'll be doing about 190 to 200 miles an hour.
All right, looking for 190 to 200 miles per hour. Watch as Bill dives down. The North American pilot maker. Well, that'll make you weigh a lot. 4 times his normal body nothing. This guy has been flying in air shows for 34 years. That's how long he's owned this Texan airplane, and he restored this aircraft all by himself. Yes, indeed it does. I tell you what, 34 years on that airplane, you know every nut and bolt, don't you? Depending on whose history book you read, there were between 15,000 and 22,000 Texans in their variants that were built. All right, Bill, bring her back in there. Hey, by the way, I've read a history book that maybe over 15,000 Texans and variants were built during the course of production between 39 and 45. What's your number?
I believe there was about 18,000 that were built. They were used in more countries around the world than any other aircraft, any other training aircraft. They were used as late as 1996 by South Africa.
Wow, that's a long time. Okay, what you got? Diving down again. Now let's watch Bill pull up. The nose will come up here. Now watch him go into a hesitation roll. Stopping the... Oh, wait a minute. The wheels appeared in the middle of that four-point. Hey, the wheels showed up. You lowered the gear. You didn't... Well, the wheels went up, but I thought that's lowering the gear. What did you do?
I extended them.
Okay, I'll buy that. Extended the gear. Now you're dirty. Now this aerodynamically dirty. You got a lot of drag from that gear.
That's right. Now we're going to do a roll with the gear down and turn around to a high alpha pad. See how slow we can go.
All right. Now this roll is going to be pretty challenging, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Because one of the wings is missing because the gear door is open.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of drag from not only the gear itself, but all the wind blowing around in the openings where the wheels would normally go. That's excellent flying. Okay, you're going to slow it down for us, Bill?
Okay, now we're going to slow it down and just see how slow we can go.
Now,
We were doing about 210 miles an hour a little bit ago.
all right. All right, well, you just call out your air speeds and let us know how slow you get going.
Later today, you're going to see the jets doing the high alpha pass, but the T-6s did it first.
Yes, indeed. Now let's watch Bill pull back on the power, pull back on the stick, and then add some more power.
Bring this all down up here and park it for you.
Look at this, 5,500 pounds.
I'm showing 65 miles an hour indicated, and my ground speed is 45.
45 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, that's some kind of talented flying. Let's give it up for Bill Leff. Boy, oh boy, 45 miles an hour. That's pretty amazing, my friend.
Okay, here we go. We're going to speed back up again.
Power comes up, the nose comes down. Watch for the gear to retract.
Here we go. We got a little time to accelerate. Well, I want to say yesterday, I met a gentleman came up to me in his little electric-powered wheelchair, telling me about how he learned to fly in the T-6 Texan 1943, and he just really had a tear in his eye. He flew B-25s and some fighters because the plane he liked the most was the T-6.
I could see why, buddy. It was the pilot maker.
That's why I love doing this. It's great to show off this plane to all the people, and it's great to honor the old guys and lawyers and cows who learn to fly in these. Okay, here we go. We're going to do a solo from inverted to inverted. Hey, wait a minute. This is another run upside down.
Well, I think you're going to do it. Hey, by the way, you got Air Force markings on it. Happy birthday to the United States Air Force today. Now listen to the engines. Let's see if he's going to get a little sputter out of it. You can see that smoke go away, indicating the power that it wasn't developing there. We could see your smoke go away. It started losing some power, didn't it?
Yeah, but now we're going to do a 4-point roll for you.
All right, we're ready for it. The SNJ, S for Scout, N for Navy, J for North American Aviation. Naval aircraft used a letter to designate the manufacturer of each of the aircraft. Now, why J for North American Aviation as Bill Leff does the 8-point hesitation roll? Why J for North American Aviation? Well, before North American Aviation had that name, it was known as Berlinger Joyce, and that was the J. Grumman had an F designation. Let's see, what is that sounds good. M was for General Motors. There were a number of different ones, and they didn't always match up with what you thought it would be. But the Grumman TBM Avenger, M for General Motors, and TBF for Grumman. Now you can Bill travels from one end of this country to the other. This is his 34th year in the airshow business. He has flown over 1,000 performances in this airplane, and as he mentioned, he did it all.
You know, sometimes people have side of their faces better than the other side for taking pictures, but our T-6 looks great on both sides, so just do it again and show the other side.
Very good. It sure is you polish that thing all the time when you're at home, don't you?
Wax on, wax off.
Looks good. He restored this airplane himself, and over 1,000 performances later, every year Bill Leff performs at Thunder over Louisville, which is, I believe, the largest fireworks display anywhere in the country, down as part of Derby Week prior to the Kentucky Derby. And each and every year, performing at just before the fireworks. He is a tradition there, and a tradition here as he does a big old victory roll.
We got one more thing we're going to do. Special thanks to all those folks, all the veterans that served in all the land, past, present, that will serve in their country in the future from all the services. The Coast Guard, the Navy, the Army, the Air Force, all the reserves. And you know what, somebody we always lose out, the Merchant Marines.
Very good, Bill Leff. Well, we're ready for this pass.
This will be the traditional firefighter victory roll. Spring salute to all you guys that have served over in the current battle. The Rutherford family and my friends.
Gotcha, Bill. The Royal Air Force called it the Harvard. It was called the Texan. The Navy called it the SNJ. The Air Force called it the T-6. And they all called it the Pilot Maker, the man who is also the creator and pilot for the Starfire Night Sky Show. He flew last night here, and that's the traditional victory roll. Thank you, Bill Leff. Nice job. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Bill Leff. How's that? By the Bridgestone trailer to receive discounts on Bridgestone tires and service. Bridgestone is a proud sponsor of the Naval Air Station Oceana Airshow. With me on deck right now is our Airshow director, retired Navy Commander Corky Erie. And Corky, it's great to have you up here, my friend, and you got to be loving this day.
It's great to be here, Robert. Really appreciate you coming out and helping us with the show. And fans, welcome to the show. As you can see, we had a great day. Just a few clouds in the sky, a nice sunny day with nice mild temperature.